I started the Yakuza series like half a year ago, and I got some footage for basically every game. So I thought, hey, why not just rank these games? This is gonna be like non-scripted, so I'm probably gonna miss a whole bunch of details. It doesn't really matter because I'm just gonna summarize my thoughts on each of these games and where I would rank them from best to worst, I guess. And that all these games are great. If anything, all these games are like 8 or above, so there's not like a game I really despise. So yeah, we're gonna start this chronologically because I played the games chronologically. So 0, I'm gonna have to give this an S. I knew right from the get-go I'm gonna have a fun time playing this game. And yeah, it really did exceed my expectations there. I love everything about this game. The characters, the writing, everything. I kind of expected that the tone itself was going to be kind of goofy. But yeah, there are some silly moments sprinkled throughout the game, but the story is mainly like a serious, story. But yeah, it doesn't matter. But yeah, basically the story is Kiryu clearing his name, and then Majima just trying to get back into the Yakuza, and a lot of crazy stuff happens in both their sides of the story, and yeah, it's executed really well. The characters are unforgettable, and the story itself is just very memorable. I'm never gonna forget characters like Oda, Kuze, Shibisawa, all these characters, man. And yeah, Majima's ending was pretty sad. So yeah, thanks for making me sad. So yeah, on to Yakuza Kiwami. By the way, I am doing a great job summarizing these. You can tell just how bad this is. But it's okay, I guess. I mean, usually my videos are unscripted anyways. I kind of just go with the flow, I suppose. It's kind of, I don't know. I feel like it should be a little easier talking about these games, but I guess not. So, Yakuza Kiwami? Yeah, let's see. What would I give it? I'll give it an A. Why not? It's a pretty solid start for the entire series. Like, the whole plot just centers around 10 billion yen, and yeah, like, a lot of crazy stuff happens, just like that's basically every Yakuza game, so I should probably stop saying that, but I really love Nishiki, man. Nishiki's such a great character, such a tragic character too, damn it. I just love, like, for every chapter in the beginning, you always get the cutscene, of just him being like disrespected by everyone, and then he just hits a breaking point, and he's had enough. I'm just like, man, Nishiki. And also, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I might actually give this an S because, okay, just because like the whole like completely new feature that they added, Majima everywhere, that was perfect because Majima is my favorite character in the entire Yakuza series. And like, yeah, I was not expecting, well, spoiler alert, I was not expecting for him to show up like 2-3 times in the whole story. So to make up for it, there you go. There's your Majima everywhere feature where he's technically in the entire game, no matter where you go. So yeah, I'm gonna give it an S because that feature was so much fun. I just love fighting Majima. I just love his interaction. So yeah, S tier. Okay, this one's gonna take the top spot. Kiwami 2. That story was just amazing. Ryuji is literally the perfect rival for Kiryu. It's just so it's like I can't really go into spoiler territory, but I love this game. I love it so much. It just has an emotional impact. Like the ending, the fight scene between just the whole fight between Ryuji and Kiryu. It's just like that emotional impact, emotional punch. It's just, I don't know why. It kind of reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 4 between Snake and Ocelot, but that's probably just me. Sayama, oh my, that was a great love interest, and I am upset because she doesn't even show up for the rest of the series, so what's the point? She was a fantastic character in this story, and I guess her story was wrapped up in this game, so there's nothing they want to do with her. And yeah, spoiler alert, that plot twist with Toretta, I did not see that coming. That was just like, wow, okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm doing a great job at just ranking these games. I'm terrible at just talking about video games. But yeah, what more can I say? Yakuza Kiwami 2 is probably the best Yakuza game. Yakuza 3! Okay, Yakuza 3. Maybe I can talk better because I got a lot of stuff to talk about Yakuza 3. All right, I know. I don't know. Actually, don't know. I don't know if people actually like this game or they don't like this game or they really despise it because like. But I mean, for me, it was a tad bit slow, but I actually like it. I actually like it. It has that nice slow pace. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like, it feels like a slice of life anime, just Kiryu trying to have a peaceful life, just running this orphanage and taking care of these kids. But it was fun. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I didn't hate it. It was slow, yes, but I didn't hate it. I will say that I wish there were some missions, especially Rikia. Like Rikia's like cutscene, like there's optional like side missions you can do with Rikia for one of the chapters. We just explore Kamurocho, and I wish that was integrated into the main storyline because these are easy to miss and they're important because spoiler alert, he dies at the end, and it just makes him more emotional, impactful. And I gotta say, just him dying was, I wasn't ready for that. My God, I've never seen Kiryu cry this much or just show that much emotion for a person. He didn't do that for Nishiki. He didn't do that for his foster father, Kazuma. He didn't do that for Kashiwagi. So, yeah, he really loved Rikia. And I loved him too. He was one of my favorite supporting characters. I miss him. It was just so sad. And yeah, just the story itself, I mean, I guess it kind of was lacking a bit. The chapters were like the shortest. It was the shortest Yakuza game in the entire series for sure. But it has its moments. Even some Majima moments, even though like this kind of upsets me that Majima just gets less and less screen time for like every game. But I think for Yakuza 3, it has one of my favorite Majima moments with the truck. That was just hilarious to see. Just him thinking he ran Kiryu over. It's funny. And then yeah, you got the main antagonist, Mine. I don't know. I kind of feel he was a little underwhelming. I wish he had more screen time. I just wish he had more screen time in general because he was just. I feel like he did have that potential to be like a great character. Like I feel like for like the Yakuza games before this had like a really great theme. For Yakuza 0, you got old wise dragon versus new dragon. Yakuza 1, you get brother versus brother. Yakuza 2, you got the dragon of Kansai versus dragon of Dojima. We got this one, Yakuza 3, what? The fight between orphans? I don't know. Also, I'm never going to forget this Albert Wesker knockoff. I couldn't even take this guy seriously, especially towards the end, after you fight Mine. He's just like yelling. He's just screaming. I just couldn't. It was supposed to be like, I guess, an emotional scene, but I couldn't take it seriously because you can just hear him in the background just yelling. Anyways, I'm going to give this game, let's see. It is for sure going here. And I know it's going to be surprising to many people, but I just really liked it. I really like, the story for what it was. It was an enjoyable story. Could use a little bit more work. I really liked the characters there. The characters were great. Kiryu, the voice actor's performance was amazing. I didn't expect Kiryu to cry over Rikia that much. Also, the music, the intro, best intro for sure. Throughout the whole, I loved the music. It was amazing. And let's not forget Mine talking in English. Come on. That's got to be icing on the cake right there.
Okay, got it. No, there's no change in the plan.
Alright, now moving on to Yakuza 4. That's when they change up the gameplay style. And what I mean by that, I mean you get to play as multiple characters now. You get to play as 4 of them, actually. Not just Kiryu, so you're going to get different styles. So, the gameplay gets a little more interesting. The gameplay gets a little more fun, a little more engaging, It does get a little stale at times, so now, there you go. More characters to play as. I'm going to give this game let's see. I'm thinking either a high B or a low A. Give it a B for now. I might just change this though. Only reason is like I think the beginning is kind of slow, a little slow for me. But that's because like the only reason it's slow for me is because Akiyama is a very interesting character. The lone shark of some sorts, runs Sky Finance, a loan shark with a catch. He just wants people to take a test so they can prove they deserve the money. It is interesting. Like, Akiyama, the way how he started, but it is a little boring, and the reason why it's a little boring is because I can relate, because he's a businessman and I majored in business finance, to be specifically, so Sky Finance, so I do relate to Akiyama. However, that does not matter because of Akiyama's playstyle. That is by far the best playstyle out of all the four. That he is super fun to play as, so so I guess no point talking about that. But yeah, and then Saejama's chapter, the best chapter. I love playing as Saejama in this game. I just love escaping the prison with Hamazaki. It was just so much fun. I really like Tanimura. I know he's probably like the least interesting character, but I liked him. I didn't like his new redesign though. I kind of wish they just kept the hair at least. You can change the face if you want. I don't like the hair though. I don't like the face either, but at least, it could have kept the hair. I like Tanimura. His gameplay wasn't like that special, but I liked it. My only problem with him is that to get like his entire backstory, you're gonna have to do like side quests and stuff like that. And spoiler alert, his father's not even his real father, so I mean, you wouldn't know that if you didn't do the side quest. But not like it matters. You don't see this character after 4, which is disappointing, I gotta say. Well, basically, there's a bunch of Yakuza characters that just disappear. They only show up in one game, which kind of a reoccurring theme in the Yakuza series. And I do not like that. Yakuza 5. Yakuza 5. Now, Yakuza 5, this is how I feel with Yakuza 5. Yeah, that's my whole experience. Okay, nah, just kidding. I really enjoyed Kiri's chapter for the most part, but Saejama's chapter, oh my god. Man. Saejama's chapter was the best one in Yakuza 4, but in Yakuza 5, they redid the, prison escape, but it was just like less fun. And I don't know, I just feel like Saejama's chapter was way too slow for me. Like I'm just doing like some fucking paranormal ghost imagination stuff that I'm just like, what's going on here? Like, if I was engaged more with this side story, just hunting bears and stuff, you already know there's a problem here. But chapter 3 onward is like a roller coaster. Oh my god, it just goes uphill from here. It went all the way down to all the way to the top. It was wow. Okay, this story was getting super good. And the new character, Shinada, is my favorite Yakuza character. One of my favorites. I just really loved, like, the whole baseball aspect. It's just so random, but I just love it. My only problem is Akiyama getting shafted with only 2 chapters. And also, he doesn't get a side story. But, like, come on. I feel like a finance side story would have been great for him to do. Like, just do, like, investments or something, like in Yakuza 0. Or like in Yakuza Like a Dragon, which I will talk about soon enough. So, yeah, I think A is a good placement. The story, like, from chapter 3 onwards was amazing. I loved playing out Haruka, too. I didn't expect I was going to love playing as her that much, but I was like, wow, okay, this is fun. Like, I love the dance battles. I'm like, all right, I can play this for as long as you want me to. But yeah, the plot twist was very underwhelming. That's only because Aizawa only shows up in the beginning and the end. That's it. I honestly thought the final boss was gonna be what's his name, Morinega. I probably just butchered his name entirely. The biggest shock was for me is that he actually got killed off screen. He's like one of the few. I think he's like one of the two actually. One of the two is him and Sarah. Those are the only ones that died off screen. So I'm just like, okay, wow, that's kind of surprising. I don't know. I didn't like that he died. Like, I literally thought he was going to have a much bigger presence in the story. But I guess not. He'll probably have a much bigger presence in the Ishin remake, which is out today, technically. Look at that, 12:55 a.m. I'm doing this that late because, I get a lot more peace and quiet during this time. And I usually record during this time, so yeah, there you go. A little fun lunatic Zoid fact, I guess. I'm gonna give it an A. Yakuza 5 an A. I really was blown away towards like the middle of the story. Yakuza 6. Ooh boy, Yakuza 6. Give Yakuza 6 a nice solid. I don't know. Either behind Yakuza 5 or above. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see as I talk about it. Yakuza 6 is like, it's the ending to Kiryu's saga, and a little controversial there, but I think it ended emotional, very emotional. Some of it that felt like Yakuza 3 because you got what's his name, Nagumo, just basically Rikia. They're just calling him Aniki right after you beat his ass like a whole bunch of times. But yeah, I pretty much liked the entire Yakuza 6 cast, except for the main villain, Awami. He barely had any presence in the entire game, and he's like the main villain, so what the heck, okay? His boss battle is underwhelming. The whole story itself, it kind of felt rushed, just a bit, but I enjoyed it. I really like interacting with these characters, Nagumo, Yuta, Jungi Han, all amazing characters, especially Someya. I did not expect to like him at all. He looked like a very generic Yakuza character. He just looked like a background character to me, but later on, okay, I love this guy. I just love his theme for with this final fight against Kiryu. It was amazing. I love that music. Beautiful music right there. It's cool that you have this big focus with the new characters. You get some of the veteran characters not present at all. No Dojima, no Saijima, no Majima. It's just cameos. You do get Akiyama though, so that's a plus. And also the whole secret of Onomichi was just very interesting. Just turns out to be like a one big battleship. Just the whole history itself was really interesting. I really liked it. And yeah, I mean, I think I'll give Yakuza 6 a little higher than Yakuza 5 just because I was engaged throughout the story from the very beginning. So yeah. And now finally we hit it. We hit the big one. Like a Dragon. I love this game. I love Ichiban so much. They took a risk changing protagonists, and I gotta say it really did pay off. Ichiban is very relatable, just caring about his friends, his family, just trying to be a decent person in this cruel Yakuza world, essentially. He makes new friends along the way, like Namba, one of my favorites, Dachi, Psycho, Jungi Han, Zhao. They're all great party members, and they all share great chemistry. But yeah, basically, like, the tone itself is exactly what I thought the whole Yakuza series was originally going to be. Just more on the goofy side, which, yeah, you do get serious stuff in the story, but there are a lot of goofy stuff, a lot more than the rest of the games. But yeah, I just love Ichiban's character. I love him. He's probably like, I can't even, he's up there. He is up there. I'm just thinking, like, is he better than Majima? Probably not, but he's up there. He's up there with them. Also, I want to talk about the whole game being an RPG. I think it was a really solid RPG. Like, you have Ichiban just essentially just trying to be like a Dragon Quest protagonist, just him trying to be a hero, and it worked really well. It was really fun. The whole turn-based style combat was just very, very fun. It was really fun. I wasn't expecting it to be fun at all. I was just like, wow, this blew me away. I really loved the summons, just everything. The whole turn-based system, it was great. Which is a nice change for me because, yeah, I did not take a break from playing these games. Once I complete a game, I go to the next game right after. So yeah, the gameplay was getting a little stale for me, especially when we get to Yakuza 6. But yeah, this new style of gameplay was just the fresh start that I needed. So yeah, I'm going to give Yakuza Like a Dragon the S tier. Let's go. Honestly, I'm having trouble deciding whether it's Like a Dragon or Kiwami 2 taking the top spot. But I'm going to put it right here because Kiwami 2 is Kiwami 2 just holds a special place in my heart, as well as Like a Dragon. For sure, those two are the best games for me. And of course, Zero being the third best, and Yakuza 3 being the fourth, and then, yeah, so on and so forth. Nah, I can't do this. I gotta give Yakuza 40. I don't know. It's like, I can't give Yakuza 4 that low. I don't know. I just love these games so much. there was not a bad game for me at all. There wasn't like a game. There wasn't a time where I'm just like, okay, I can't deal with this game. And I think the only deal breaker with me was Yakuza 5, but that's probably because I just I was just not taking a break. So that's not fair to Yakuza 5. But yeah, these are my favorite Yakuza games. Kiwami 2, number 1, Like a Dragon number 2, and so on and so forth. Yeah, this is usually a video I do not make, but I decided why not? Why not make this video? You know, I already played through the entire series. I have some decent footage. Why not just use some of it for this video? Why not? And yeah, right on time for the Ishin remake, which I'm going to get sometime this week. Probably not today, but yeah. Expect more videos with, you know, I guess actual scripts. I don't know. I don't really do script writings, but I guess just better quality in general. This was pretty much like a last minute thing, so I was stuttering a lot. I was just like, okay, what am I even talking about with the Yakuza series? I feel like I didn't get my points like straight across. Obviously I didn't, but I don't know. I guess I did my best. Just me not preparing, I guess. But this will not be the last Yakuza video I'm going to be talking about, because I'm going to be talking about more about Like a Dragon right here. So stay tuned for that. And maybe the Ishin remake, depends if I have time to make it or not. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Am I right? Am I wrong? I'm probably wrong. You're probably mad I put Yakuza 4 this low, or you're probably mad that I put Kiwami 2 this high. I don't know. Or actually, no. You'll probably be mad I put Yakuza 3 this high. But yeah. See ya, I guess. I'm going to be listening to more karaoke music, because that's a banger. So yeah, it's time for some more Majima gaming.